big changes are here in 2026. And if you're over age 50 and a high earner, this one matters a lot. For the first time ever, the tax code is going to force certain retirement contributions to be Roth, whether you like it or not. And depending on your income, this could fundamentally change how your 401k catch-up contributions are going to work moving forward. So today I want to walk through what the rule actually says, who it applies to, and how to think about it from a planning perspective. Because like most retirement rules, this isn't inherently good or bad, but if you don't understand it, it's going to catch you off guard. Welcome back, guys. If this is your first time here, my name is John Boyd. I'm a certified financial planner, and I'm the founder of MDRN Wealth. We help clients make intentional decisions around taxes, retirement income, and long-term planning. So here's what's changing in 2026. Starting in January of 2026, if you are age 50 or older and you earned more than $145,000 in FICA wages in the prior year, any catch-up contributions you make must go into the Roth portion of your plan. You no longer get to choose pre-tax versus Roth for catch-up dollars. It's Roth only. This applies to 401ks, 403bs, 457 plans, and yes, the income test is based on wages subject to FICA, not total household income. So here's why this matters. Once you turn 50, the IRS allows you to contribute extra money to your retirement plan. For context, the standard catch-up contribution is currently around $7,500, and for ages 60 through 63, there's an even larger super catch-up. Historically, you could decide whether that extra money went into pre-tax or Roth. However, starting in 2026, high earners lose that choice. You're being forced to pay the tax now instead of deferring it into later in retirement. That's a big shift. If your employer does not offer a Roth option in their retirement plan, you cannot make catch-up contributions at all. Not pre-tax, not Roth, nothing. So for some high earners, this rule doesn't just change how you contribute, it could temporarily eliminate your ability to make catch-up contributions entirely. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because the answer is, it depends. When this might actually help you is forced Roth contributions can be a good thing if you expect your tax rate to be higher later in life, especially if you're concerned about larger RMDs in the future. If you already have a lot of pre-tax money and want more tax diversification, this can certainly help. Paying some tax now, growing money tax-free, and reducing future RMD pressure can be a real win. However, when this might hurt and when this might feel really painful is when you're at your peak earning years. You're already in a high marginal tax bracket and you were intentionally using pre-tax contributions to manage cash flow and taxes today so that you could perhaps take those dollars out at a reduced rate later on. Higher taxes now and less take-home pay and less flexibility can certainly impact your overall cash flow and tax planning. Now, how I think about this as a planner is I don't look at this rule in isolation. When we're planning around this, we usually ask, what tax bracket are you in today? What do you realistically expect your income to look like in your 60s and 70s? How much pre-tax money do you already have? And are Roth conversions already part of your long-term strategy? For some clients, forced Roth catch-ups are simply going to replace Roth conversions that they would have done later on. For others, it means we need to be more intentional with putting money into taxable savings, exploring backdoor Roth contributions, or just focusing more on doing more conversions down the road. The rule doesn't eliminate planning, it just shifts where the planning happens. The most important takeaway here is this. This is the first mandatory Roth rule in the tax code, and it's probably not the last. The government is clearly signaling that it wants more upfront tax revenue and less deferral far into the future. That doesn't mean Roths are bad by any means. It just means you need to be more intentional about planning with them. So if you're over 50, earning over $145,000 and making catch-up contributions, this rule is going to affect you in 2026 and beyond, whether you've heard about it or not. The goal isn't to panic. The goal is to understand how this fits into your overall tax and retirement strategy, not just in your 401k. If you want help thinking through how this impacts your own financial plan, go ahead and scan the QR code or click on the link in the description for a free retirement assessment. As always, if you found this helpful, hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.